Well, hey, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel, YouTube and Rumble. It's about, I guess about quarter after 9:30 here in Virginia on a Wednesday morning. I'm in my garage this morning and having my Peterson Dairy 999 Rhodesian pipe, and in it I have some Peterson St. Patrick's Day Reserve 2022. Nice little aromatic. And I'm sitting across from a fan I've got going on across my garage. And it's working against me with my keeping my pipe lit. I got it isolating, and but I just wanted to get on here a second and let you know that one, Mom is still with us. As of right now, I haven't got a phone call. Yesterday, I had my last birthday together with Mom. I had a bittersweet 61st birthday. And but I thank the Lord that she was able to be here on my birthday. And number two, I thank the Lord that He didn't take her on my birthday. So now, I hate to be crying wolf, but I can tell Mama is down to pretty much hours on things now. Hours meaning another day or two. I don't know. Only God does. But I know she's getting more fixed in her eyes. The doctor came in yesterday and talked to us, and he said, "Hey, just if you want, we can just take the oxygen off of her. It's really not doing anything for her in her situation, but drying her out, all in her throat, in the back, because Mama's real dry. We can't give her any water or anything because we don't know if she can swallow, and we don't want to choke her. So all we can do is just moisten her lips with the little sponge on the stick, you know. And Mama will sit there with her mouth open like a little bird. The problem is, I was afraid to put the stick in her mouth to moisten inside her mouth, because the last week one of the nurses went in there and did that, and Mama chomped down on it, and the nurse took about 30 seconds trying to get it out of Mama's mouth to get her to open up her mouth. So that wouldn't be good. And so anyway, guys, for the situation at hand, birthday went pretty good, not too bad. And Mrs. Piper, she treated me last Friday to a couple of guys had made a mention about my beard. And Miss Bass Piper told me to go to a beard smith or one close like it. I'll tell you, this little Promise by Honest lighter that you can pick up on Amazon is not bad. I think now I saw them for $12.99. I think I paid $14 for mine or something like that. But a nice little weighted lighter. I mean, for a cheap lighter, I don't know how long they'll last, but I tell you what, it's a nice little lighter so far, guys. I'm really enjoying it. But mom told me to go, not mom, Miss Base Piper told me to go get my beard trimmed up. So I got one of them shape ups. It had been about 8 to 9 weeks, and I hadn't done nothing with my beard coming in. So they shaped me up and they cut in the lines, on the side and shaped up the stash and kind of trimmed it down. I told them I need more of a business kind of look since I'm in the pastorate. I mean, I don't need a Duck Dynasty thing. Nor do I really want one to have to keep all that up. But my pipe keeps going out. I think I'm fighting the fan. I had to turn everything around because how I normally video in my garage, there's too much light shining in from the side doors and it's just all distorted. And I don't know what this is going to turn out to be, but at least it looks darker on these sides where I'm not whited out. And I got a white background with my door, but that's behind me. But normally I have the fan blowing behind me so that it helps blow the smoke out in that direction instead of this direction. So I'm defeating the purpose, and it's also working havoc against my pipe. So I may as well set this down. I done lit this thing a half a dozen times now, and I'm fighting the fan. So, but anyway, I just want to get on here for a few minutes, guys. Let's let you know what's happening. And that was my birthday present from Miss Base Piper, was getting my beard shaped up, and I bought my little lighter. So and so that's my hoorah for 61 years. But anyway, guys, hey, listen, I appreciate y'all's prayers. I may not have said it enough. I try to mention and grab every comment that's mentioned in my comment section. And thank you guys so much for your prayers. And it means a lot. God's working. And like I said, mom and dad have been here. God has given me 61 years with my mother. And my sister is given my sister right at 71 years, because it's almost about 9 years and a few months between me and my sister. We're almost 10 years apart. So we have nothing to complain about. We're just waiting on the Lord's mercy. Mom is going peacefully. So we really couldn't ask for any better. She's hardly had any morphine. And mainly the morphine has just been for her hip. They can't operate on it. So if she's getting a little uncomfortable or pain, or they got her leaning a certain way or something that might hurt her hip. But I think God's going to take her out peacefully, and we praise the Lord for that. And the other cool thing happened yesterday on my birthday was my dad was able to talk to Mom by Zoom. And he was in the nursing home, she was at the hospital, and he was able to tell her his goodbyes and see Mom one more time. And that was now we were not there, but the nurses and things that were there, they said that was a heart-wrenching thing, to see as would be. After 76 years of marriage, guys, you're like glue. And Dad has already told the nurses, he said, once my wife passes, he says, I'll be coming right behind her. So, and so we're expecting that as well, to have two gravesides almost back to back. And I'm praying that God will keep Daddy here until the 25th of August, when he can turn 100. And of all the times, that's the week, a little week before and going into the 25th is when we're going on vacation. We haven't had a vacation in years. And we planned this, and so we'd be right back, before Daddy's 100th birthday. However, we did not know, after everything's been planned, that this was going to happen to Mama, and maybe what effects this could happen to Dad from Mom's death. And so we hope Dad will hang in there, but we don't know. Um, but anyway, we may have to end up canceling everything, the rental car, the the bookings and everything, and reboot again. But these are things you can't predict in life. Only God has control of that. But I'm hoping that we can make our vacation, and it'd be good just to get out. Oh, and by the way, a few videos back, I told you I found my grandfather's pipe that he died with in his mouth when he suffered a heart attack back in November 1st of 1957. And how I know that is it was the date also that, if y'all know anything about the Tidewater area, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, you know we have a Hampton Roads Bridge tunnel that connects Hampton going over to the other side into Norfolk. And that's the same day that opened, November 1st of 57. And so my grandfather passed away in his little fishing boat, as I told some of y'all. A storm had come up, a little rain, and he was kneeling down trying to get some of the water out of his little fishing boat that he built in his yard. And evidently he had his heart attack then. Some of his friends came by that was fishing and hollered out to him, and they didn't hear no response. So they went over there and found him in a kneeling position, holding the bucket, pipe still in his mouth. And so I have decided I'm going to take it on vacation with me and let J.M. Boswell fix it for me. And then he can mail it back to me. And it's broken, you know, and I've got the tendon piece broke off into the shank of this, or the part of the stem, the mortise. And so I'm going to get him to refix that. And he may have to put a new stem in. I don't know if he can salvage the original stem or not. But if not, I will keep that original stem and then have JM put a new stem on it for me, but and polish up the bowl and stuff. I'm gonna take pictures of before and then after. And we have a curio cabinet in our home that I'll put that in with some of our memorabilia of our family in there. I've got my grandfather's belt in there that he was wearing the day he died. I had the watch, the pocket watch, but I gave that to my sister, and so she could have that he had on him when he passed away. So, I never got to see my grandfather. My sister was 6 years old when he passed away. So he had already been dead 4 years before I came on the scene. So I never got to really meet him. So anyway, I'm going to have that done up and let JM do that, and then I'm going to talk to JM about it and then see if he'll fix it for me and then send it back. So anyway, I know some of y'all were asking what am I going to do and what I should do and all of that, and I appreciate that. And but I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and get it fixed, and that way I'll have it. Might even do an honorary smoke in it, and get all that done, and then put it up. So, but anyway, guys, I just want to get on here this morning just to give you a quick hello, and thank you guys for all your prayers and what you guys mean to Bass Piper. And listen, we got a good community out here, and I know seems like some of our pipers are going by the wayside, some of our regulars and norms that I've gotten used to, and some of us are just kind of fading out like the wind. And I know life gets in the way sometimes, and but I miss some of the pipers that used to be on here, and they're not doing as many as they used to, and some have just faded out and gone away. So, but hey, that's life, isn't it? And so anyway, we'll just say sayonara for now. It's 14 minutes, right at 15 minutes, just turned 15 minutes, so that's enough. And listen, relax, and have a pipe. And don't forget to ever forget to reflect on the blessings God gives us each and every day. You know, even in death, it can be a blessing. And just in my case with Mama, she won't have to suffer. And you know, she could have gotten all mended up and gone through and then get back to the nursing home and fall out the bed. They have no bed rails and no bed alarms in nursing homes anymore, and could kill her right there. You know, so there's blessings even in things we may not think so that God gives us. So anyway, guys, you guys take care. We will talk with you later. Y'all have a great rest of the day and a great week. See ya.